of delayed. So
Okay,
just try to.
no problem.
Hi, everybody. We're here with Paola Longoria, who just came off the court after a really good match against your friend, your doubles partner, your training partner, Samantha Salas. Congratulations, though.
Oh, thank you, Leo. Yeah, it was such a great match against Samantha. You know, it's always a battle playing against her. We know each other a lot, our games. It's been more than 12 years playing together in doubles, so in singles, many times in semis, other finals. We just played recently the Mexican national final last week, so it was a good game.
Yeah, so we're only going to have a few minutes with you here, and we know you got to get ready and your post-match routine, but we're on Facebook Live. We're also on YouTube Live, so if you have any questions or anything for Paola, please type it in the chat box. For those that didn't get to see the match, maybe tell the people how it kind of went.
Yeah, it was, as I said, Samantha is always a great player, great competitor. So I know, like, I cannot give setups for her because she's freaking good. But the first game, I think I kind of changed a little bit my strategy. Normally, I just start with drive serve, and I was kind of try another different stuff, which was the lob serve, and it really works really well for me. But I feel great on the court. I was hitting well. It's been a lot of training these couple of weeks for me to get ready for nationals and then this tournament. And of course, we want to thank Randy Root for bringing us back here. It's always a pleasure to be back here in Kansas. And he support racquetball a lot, and we really appreciate after, it's been crazy times for everybody after pandemic and try to set up racquetball again. So I really want to thank all the tournament directors that really put a tournament for us the last couple of weeks in Greenville, now here in Kansas. Then we have Denver and Vegas and
Maryland, Arizona. I
So,
looked up the schedule today.
yeah.
You guys have a very
so
nice
we
schedule.
have a nice schedule, and we really want to thank all the tournament directors, sponsors that are making possible this for us. So we really appreciate it. And I want to share that I'm going to the Olympic Games. I'm going to be there for a month, commentated with a TV network, which is Televisa. I'm heading there for a month, and I don't know if I will be able to play in Denver, but I'm trying because that's the day that I'm going to go back from Tokyo. So I try to get straight to Denver and play and have fun.
What does that mean? You're going to I mean, you'll be commentating sports?
I'm going to be commentating the sports.
With a team of commentators?
Yeah, I'm doing different stuff for the TV that they wanted. I'll let you know when I get to Tokyo, but I'm leaving on July 11 and coming back on August 12th. So it's going to be kind of a straight to Denver pro stop. So it's going to be,
How does that work, though? Racquetball's not in the Olympics, but yet you're our most recognized athlete, and your sport is racquetball, and you're at the Olympics but not competing.
Yeah, it's very different, but for
That's
some
amazing.
reason, I'm still working and trying to put racquetball in the Olympic Games. And as I said, for some reason, it's been since 2008. I've been in Olympic Games. I was in China, in Beijing, for Olympic Youth Camp as the best young athlete from Mexico. So I have the chance to experience that, like the Olympic Games in Beijing. Then in 2016, I went as a commentator with Claro Sports.
I remember that.
I was there. I have a show with other couple co-workers, so it was kind of cool, and had the opportunity to interview Djokovic and do a lot of different interviews there. So kind of know Murray. Andy Murray was playing there, and he was sharing that he was playing racquetball before tennis when he was in high school. So it was kind of cool. I have the experience to talk to those really, pro athletes. And
how do they notify you? You get a phone call? Do you get a letter? They say, hey, we want you back. I mean, how did they notify you on this one?
They sent me a message on, first of all, in WhatsApp, one of the producers, like, from this TV show, and they say, like, we really want you to come with us, work for the Olympic Games, and it's going to be a little bit like people in Tokyo and some of them in Mexico City. So you have the chance to pick where you want it. You want to go Tokyo or you want to be in Mexico City? And I said, of course, I want to be in Tokyo. So
What kind of sports? What will
all
you
of
be
them.
doing? Like, for example?
They haven't told me yet, but they kind of do different schedule. As you know, we're gonna follow the Mexican athletes too, and being an athlete and have a pretty good friendship with all of them. They kind of make me, of course, go and interview. And as an athlete, you know, there's some questions that you really want to know or want you to somebody ask you, and especially it's a lot of things like right now after pandemic, you know, it's the first time that the Olympic Games postponed after a year, so it means a lot for a lot of athletes. Some of them say they help them to, of course, get in more shape or obviously train more, and the others were saying like we were just ready to compete. So it's gonna be amazing experience for me, and I want to share with all the racquetball family that even racquetball is not a sport. We're gonna be there.
That's great to hear. Okay, so I don't want to take all the time because the chat box is rolling
Holy
with
shit.
comments. So do you mind scrolling up a little bit
Yeah.
at the top and maybe saying hello to the fans? and-
Okay, I kind of hear something, and yeah, they know. All right. Let's see. Victor, saludos. Kiati, thanks for being such a huge fan of me. And will you give to your who inspired to be? One of the inspiration athlete that I have, it was Rafa Nadal. And I have the pleasure to meet him in Acapulco, and I talked to him, and I really asked him like, what's the pressure, because at that time he was number one, and he was like the same as you. And I was like that kind of feel me like make me feel like happy, and you know, the training, the how they obviously get prepared for every tournament, and you know, being in this level is like taking it seriously. It's a lot of us behind. Like my, you know, most of you, the family of racquetball, know my coaches, Fran and Edson Martinez, my personal trainer, my sports psychologist. We've been such a great team together for 11 years. And every time this level of the players that I play with this weekend and at nationals motivate me, of course, to get in a better shape and keep training and keep improving my game. So I remember when I was a junior player and I saw Ronda and she was number one, my goal was to beat her. So obviously, there's a lot of people that inspire us, and for me, it was Rafa Nadal, Serena Williams, Lorena Ochoa, the golfer. Like, you know, it was the first Mexican golfer like to be number one. So it's a lot of people that you can pick, but at the end, it's something that you really want to accomplish, and you need to work harder to make it happen.
Can you scroll down farther in the? You have to use two fingers in the MacBook.
Jeez.
There you go.
Okay. Ivan, I say hi, thanks for your support. Ed, Anita Maldonado, muchísimas gracias y estoy muy contenta. Jesús, saludos a mi papá, a mi familia que me han estado viendo. Gracias por todo el apoyo incondicional. Y Sandra, muchas gracias también. And yes, Jean, oh, he's here, and yeah, I know. I refocus after. Yeah, this is kind of a good question. He's asking me like how I refocus after being down in my previous game against Angelica, and you know, she's a tough player. She have a different game as the other players. I was talking with some things with my coaches.
What's different though?
You know, most of the players hit harder, and she's kind of a quarter puncher player. So sometimes I was prepared for a different shot, and she was just touching the ball in front. I was not expecting that. So she kind of played really smart. She had a good serve. She moves well. So she put the pressure on me. But
She had some big leads on you. We were watching it on a second feed.
I was like, holy shit. But I have a sports psychologist that I work with, and that is really important in all the sports. You can really prepare a lot, train like crazy, like a beast, as we say. But if you don't work the mentality, the mental toughness,
If your mind's not
your
right.
mind is not right, then all the hard work at that time is not gonna help. But I'm glad that I have a sports psychologist that teach me for a lot of years, like how to.
So you don't get down on yourself at 9-1.
No,
You're
because
like,
at the end it's still like the game's still on. So even I was 9-1, the game's still 15. So everything can happen. Either like both sides. It could be like my lead 9-1, and she can come back, or the other side that it was like today. So it was kind of cool. Like she put me like that effort and that intensity on the game, and also I have a lot of bad calls from ref, and those things piss me off, and it made me play harder and better. Yeah, so I'll see.
scroll back up, there may be
My
some
mom is
more.
here.
Yes,
Mama, miss you. Mi mamá, mi papá. You know it's gonna be Father's Day. I'm not gonna be there. So feliz Día
So
del
happy
Padre a mi
Father's Day,
papá.
absolutely, to all
Por
the fathers.
ahorita tuve la oportunidad de estar allá esta semana con ellos en Monterrey y pues feliz, como siempre agradecida por su apoyo. Saludos Alejandro hasta Juárez. ¿Cómo veo? How do you see racquetball in 10 years? You know, being a member of the board in Pan American Sports, I have a meeting in Miami like after Greenville. We were discussing a lot of things, and there's a lot of work to do with racquetball because they start to doing the Pan American Juniors tournament, which means like kids from 16 to 20, 21. They're gonna play Pan American Games, kind of the same as us that we did in 2019 in Lima, Peru.
Okay.
You know, for us, it's kind of our Olympics because we don't have Olympic Games.
Right.
So that for us, the Pan
biggest
American
event.
Games is the biggest event, kind of the same as Worlds. So they can start in doing like with different federations.
How many Pan Am medals do you have?
I have 9 Pan American gold medals, and it really means a lot to me because the first one that I achieved was in 2011 in Guadalajara, in my country. Had the pleasure to play in front of all the Mexicans and cheering for me. It was an amazing experience. In 2015, I was carrying the flag for Mexico. So for these Olympic Games, I received before the pandemic the invitation to be a torch relay in Tokyo.
Yes.
And I had the plane and the ticket flight for doing it, but with this all, coronavirus, everything canceled. But I'm happy to be, as I said, to go into the Olympics. But there's a lot of work to do in racquetball, and as I said, we need to keep pushing the RF to keep working with the new generations, because it's going to be a time when all of these ladies that you see right now, they're going to decide to retire or do different stuff, same as me. And we really want new people in racquetball. The juniors is kind of the future of our sport. And I heard that in 8 years, when Olympic Games are in LA, in Los Angeles, racquetball could be an Olympic sport. It's going to be 8 years, so I don't think I will be able to play it. We never know, but...
But you'll be carrying the torch, commentating on NBC
we never know,
or
but
all the networks.
that's why we really want to do something for the new generations.
Yeah.
And I
Keep
think it's a
moving
lot of hard work, even with all the countries that keep supporting, the federation, the kids, doing a lot of tournaments for them. And of course, the tour, it helps a lot, like the new kids or the new girls or guys want to play the tour because that's the experience that they really want for the future in international tournaments.
Anita Maldonado has a question in the chat. How long do you intend to play?
Oh, that's intense. Okay.
5 years?
Ooh,
It's a tough question to answer,
it's a tough
isn't
question to answer. It's something that I was thinking about, and I'll share at nationals. Maybe with the team, it will be 2 years more, and then my other Pan American Games, and depends how I feel. I train so hard, and sometimes my body is like, "Come on, Paula, you can go more," but sometimes like, "Geez, don't push me too hard." And in the future, for the people that knows about my degree, I have a master's in political science. I study mechanical administration, but my future is in political stuff. I really want to manage all the sports in Mexico, and that position I can be an athlete and then work for them, because it's been the main girl or the main guy that manage the whole sport. So I really want that. In the future, they invite me to be a deputy or something like that, works for political stuff. It's kind of the future that I'm looking for. But we never know, because this year that I stopped with racquetball, with the pandemic that we don't have tournaments, I start to be entrepreneur, and I release my mezcal, the line of mezcal alcohol for all the guys that want to try it. Go and follow the mezcal account. Is 211.211 in number.
Okay.
It's on Instagram. It's in a school bottle. We have 3 different bottles. One is with beet, that we really do it like for Mexican culture. We do a painting bottle, and we do half and half bead and half painted, and the glass of mezcal. So it was a new thing that I started this year. I'm gonna put my clinic of rehabilitation for athletes in San Luis, which is gonna be in August. Everybody's invited in San Luis. The name is Sub-Zero. It's all the crowd therapy, all the preso, most of the athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo and the top players enter to cryotherapy, those capsules of nitrogen that makes you like your skin goes crazy, but really recovers in 3 minutes. So I just want to let them know that my Barbie is coming soon. I'm so happy to be able to work with.
Congratulations.
Thank
a
you.
Barbie, your
little
own
Pao.
Barbie.
My own Barbie. It's one of my dreams that come true. When you were a child, I pick always a Barbie as a doll, and years later, like the same brand tell you, most of the kids want you as a Barbie and represent something for them, like those role models. So I was so excited when I received this offer, and I will show later how the pictures are working. I'll show to you, and then we show when they release the Barbie to all the people.
Will it be available only in Mexico? We'll be able to buy it in the U.S.
That's
Do you know?
the stuff that we're gonna still working on that. I hope they can have it in
worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah. But we'll see. And for me, it means a lot, because it means like when I was looking since I was a young athlete to be a role model for the new generations.
Really quick too, because there's so much going on in your life right now. Tell us about the Idaho potatoes. I mean, you're connected with all these companies, but tell us about that one.
Yeah, as an athlete, is on my diet. Obviously, I include good carbs, and I believe like the potatoes are really, really good and make me strong. So everybody's looking at me more strong. When my body's growing more, so Idaho potatoes put a note there. But yeah, it's kind of cool because they have different flavors, and you can mix it with everything: chicken, steak, even the salad or something,
lunch, dinner,
seafood, lunch. So for me, it's like one of my good carbs, and it's easy to do it. It's like rocking in like 5 minutes, and then I borrow the Idaho sometimes when I'm on the trips with my friends, and I need to train because even I travel and want to have a little bit of vacation, I always keep training and bring my supplements, and one of those is the Idaho potato.
One of your good carbs.
I'm very happy like that type of brands look for me, and even it's a brand from US, they really support me, and I want to thank all my sponsors that keep believing in me, and I have it on my shirt. And
Let's mention them, please.
Sedena, Sub-Zero, Sanmi, Laboratorios Tequis, Head, the government from Monterrey. So my family, they support me a lot too. So I'm very happy that they keep like believing in my career, and even if it's hard times, they keep supporting me and keep believing in racquetball too.
I got to ask you though, that's a lot, okay? Everything that we've talked about in the last 20 minutes, okay? Mentioning Tokyo and the Barbie and the commentating and the sponsorships and the travel. How do you do it? How do you maintain your place at the top?
It's hard, but it's really amazing to have a great team that support you on your back. My family is always on my corner. I have a business partner at the Mezcal that have the same goal as me. We really want to import it to US. Definitely, I want to say this, that we receive an invitation and we send our community manager. Right now, she's in New York because they invite us as the only Mexican line of mezcal to open ceremony of the offices from Visit Mexico. So it's a very
Exciting
important
times.
thing for
Yeah.
us. And Dos Once was in New York for these days. I was not able to go, but because I have Kansas. But as I said, it's about being around, surrounded by a good people like your team, the same mentality, but always like friendship and honestly respect for each other, and that's the way they build like the big companies. So
Who are those people on your team? Your
and my
coaches and your
family,
mental people. Who
my
are
team, my family, my parents, my Leticia, Jose, my brothers, Christian, Edgardo. He works for government, and Edgardo makes me to kind of open my mind more about my future with the political stuff later. My dad and my mom always say, it's a year that you are stopped with no tournaments, and you always want to create something, so go for it. So we decide like to start with the mezcal and this clinic that we're gonna open in Agustin, San Luis. I have two business partners, which the name is Gerardo and Raúl and Marina. They are like really, really nice people. Some of them are from Mexico, others from Guadalajara. We have the same mentality to kind of help people, like obviously to get a good rehabilitation as an athlete, but as a beauty, because it's for women and for guys too that want to look good. We have a lot of different treatments, and one of the things that I'm developing with them are cheese. I don't know the name in English, but there are the ones that goes like with a shot, and kind of when you have an injection with a vitamin C or something. We're developing with a specialist, is a doctor specialized in
Like
these for
supplements and
athletes,
vitamins?
supplements, vitamins, and
Make you feel
everything
better.
that doesn't mess with WADA, because I'm on the WADA program, anti-doping, and we don't want to have all those problems. But as an athlete, you really burn a lot of calories. You really need to get vitamins to rest well. Your body, obviously, you freaking break a sweat intense and make it like work harder. That is what I was looking, because my doctor said, Paola, you need to be healthy to continue to play at that level. You need to obviously take vitamins, supplements to look strong and everything. So I kind of want to develop that with injection.
People don't know what WADA is. It's a World Anti-Doping Agency. You're tested. You
I am
have to tell them
testing.
where
It's
you
been
go.
9 years on that freaking program, and trust me, it's kind of cool because as a player, it's like to play fair.
You know
And
everyone
they
else is playing
yeah,
clean.
and they follow me everywhere. Even if I'm here in Kansas, I need to let them know which hotel I'm staying. If I go for vacations, they need to know where I am. When I'm
Could they show up?
Yeah, they can show
And-
up,
and ask for
we
us?
have a specific time that they can show up to make the testing. And if you are not there and you have 3 falls, then automatically you'll be suspended. So that's the weather program, and it's good for all of the athletes. So it's to play fair, and those are the things that obviously I want to kind of take care of in these things that I want to improve on the clinic that I'm going to put. So I'm happy. Micronutrients.
Man, I guess we could sit here and talk forever, but I know I got to let you go. Let's talk just a little bit of racquetball.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
mean, wow, all that stuff, and then we got that match going on over there. You're playing in the finals tomorrow. How do you feel going into tomorrow?
I feel very happy and motivated. I know I'm playing a friend that I always train with her in Monterrey, which is Monse, and I know she's a tough player, and she's one of the juniors that is coming up, and see the level that she's raising. So it motivates me, obviously, to give my 100% tomorrow. But it's always great to be on a final. It's a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for the other players, that they really be on my side, and they put me to work harder this weekend. So everybody wants to win, and for me feels very happy to be on another final. And of course I want to win, but I know I need to focus for tomorrow and get the game plan with Fran and Edson and the family, so I can be ready for tomorrow. But I still have doubles, and of course we want to play another final too. It's been, as I said, 12 years playing with Samantha, and it's been a good time there on the court with her. So I would really want to be in both finals.
You've played every one of the tournaments here that Randy's put on, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And have you won every one of them?
Yeah, I've been in a good straight, but yeah, I'm always one by one. I don't really dream on the future. We only have our present, and right now I'm very happy to be on the final and gonna get ready for tomorrow and rest, and of course try to play my best tomorrow.
So I got on ProRacquetball.stats. I looked up the head-to-head between you and Monse. It's 9-0. You've played 9 matches against her, at least on the LPRT tour. I'm sure you've played her back home and other things. What do you think will be the toughest part about playing her tomorrow?
She hits harder. She has good serve. She moves well, and she's kind of a player that she never give up. She's always battling there, and that makes me like really not get confidence against her. And it's been a lot of, as I say, she's kind of my training partner in Monterrey, so we kind of know each other a lot of the games. So it's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be interesting. So I'm happy that another Mexican is in the final, and let's see. So everybody turn the LPRT tomorrow and support us and cheer for me. I'm just kidding.
Yes. Before I let you go, I'm gonna let you go. Anybody? I know you wanted to say hi, bye, and anything.
Yeah,
in Spanish, you go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank all the people that were here supporting me and cheering for me, all my fans and the people that throw me all those questions. I really appreciate that always are following racquetball and my career. It means a lot to me. And I want to say it in Spanish. Gracias a todos por conectarse, por apoyarme, por seguir de cerca mi carrera deportiva. Saludos a mi familia. Gracias por siempre estar ahí para mí. Y a toda la gente también. Gracias por sus porras. A todos los que siempre siguen mis partidos. Gracias por el apoyo incondicional. Y nos vemos mañana en la final. Les mando un fuerte abrazo y muchos besos.
Thank you for the time, Paola. Good luck in the doubles. Good luck in the finals tomorrow. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for sharing everything with us.
Thank you, Leo. It's a pleasure to see you here and for sharing everything with you and with all the people. Thank you.